Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Dr. Mangesh Dushing, working as an assistant professor in chemistry at Satana College. Friends, in last videos we saw structural isomerism, conformational isomerism, geometrical isomerism as well as optical isomerism for the compounds which contains one chiral center. In this video we will learn about the optical isomerism of the organic compounds which contains two chiral centers. Friends, if the compound contains two chiral centers, so according to the Van 't Hoff's rules, we would expect 4 optical isomers. A is equal to 2 raised to n, that is the formula given by the Van 't Hoff. A is the number of isomers and n is the number of chiral centers. As the compounds contains two chiral centers, so n is equal to 2, so 2 raised to 2 is equal to 4. So 4 isomers we can expect from the organic compounds which contains 4 chiral centers. Friends, if the compound contains 2 chiral centers, then there are two types of compounds. First one is similar chiral centers, that is AA type, and second one is dissimilar chiral centers, that is AB type. See the example. This is the first example, that is tartaric acid. This is a similar chiral centers, that is AA type compounds. Since this compound contains two chiral centers, if you are giving the numbering carbon number 1, 2, 3 and 4. So carbon number 2 and carbon number 3 are the chiral centers and each carbon contains OH, COH and H. Here also same OH, COH and H. So both the chiral centers contains same atoms or same atom of group of atoms. So this type of compounds are called as similar chiral centers, that is AA type. Second example of this compound. See, this compound also contains two chiral centers, but each chiral carbon, this group of atoms are different. The C2 carbon contains OH, CH3, Br, while C3 carbon contains OH, CH3 and H. This group of atoms are not same. So these are called as dissimilar chiral centers, AB type. Now we will see the chiral centers, AA type compounds and their isomerism. So this is the structure of tartaric acid and these 4 isomers we would expect from the compounds which contains two chiral centers. So these are the 4. I gave it the number 1, compound number 1, compound number 2, compound number 3 and compound number 4. Now we will see the relation in between these 4 compounds. First, we will see the relation between compound number 1 and compound number 2. If you look properly, carefully, these two compounds are the mirror images of each other. So this OH reflects as a OH, H reflects as a H, COOH, COH, COH, COH. So these are the perfect mirror images of each other. Now we have to see that these mirror images are superimposable or non-superimposable. If you pick this compound as it is and try to put on this one, these are non-superimposable mirror images. Secondly, if you try to rotate this compound by 180s, so this COH comes up, this COH comes down, so matches. But if this OH rotates 180, that comes over here, here is H. So this after rotation 180 degrees also these compounds are not superimposable. So these non-superimposable mirror images compounds are called as enantiomers. Enantiomers are optically active compounds. They rotate the plane of plane polarized light. One will rotate the plane polarized light towards the left hand side, while second rotates the plane of plane polarized light towards the left hand side. Now you see the relation between compound number 2 and compound number 3. Are they mirror images? No, they are not mirror images. Look at here. This is OH over here, but here is H. So these are not mirror images. Here it's okay. Look at here. So this OH, here should be OH, but there is no OH. So these are not mirror images. So the stereoisomers which are not mirror images of each other, those stereoisomers are called as diastereomers. Now we can see compare compound number 1 and compound number 3 also. These two compounds also not mirror images of each other. So compound number 1 and compound number 3 are also a diastereomers of each other. Similarly, if you compare compound number 2 and compound number 4, those are also not mirror images of each other. So these are also a diastereomers. So within the 4 isomers, there are 4 pairs of diastereomers. Compound number 2 is diastereomer of compound number 3, compound number 1 is diastereomer of compound number 3. Compound 1 and compound 4 are diastereomer, compound 2 and compound 4 are diastereomers. Now we will see the relation between compound number 3 and compound number 4. If you look at these molecules are the mirror images of each other. OH reflects as a OH, OH reflects as a OH. This is the mirror image of this OH and this is the mirror image of this H. So these two compounds are the mirror images of each other. If you try to rotate this molecule with 180 degrees, then this both OH coming towards the right hand side. So these are the superimposable mirror images. So these superimposable mirror images compounds. Similarly, each molecule possesses a plane of symmetry. See, if this plane is passing to the molecule, this OH reflects as a OH, this OH reflects of this OH. So there are the mirror plane is present within the molecule. This molecule possesses the plane of symmetry. The stereoisomers which possesses the plane of symmetry, those compounds are called as mesocompounds. If you rotate this molecule with 180 degrees and try to superimpose of this molecule, they get superimposable. It means that compound number 3 and compound number 4 are superimposable mirror images. The compounds which are superimposable mirror images are called as identical compounds. So compound number 3 and compound number 4 are one and the same. So the conclusion of this slide is the stereoisomers containing AA type of stereocenters, those molecules contains only 3 stereoisomers, compound 1, compound number 2 and compound number 3, because compound number 3 and compound number 4 are one and the same. As these compounds contains plane of symmetry, these compounds are said to be a optically inactive compounds. So mesocompounds are optically inactive. These are the 3 stereoisomers of tartaric acid, that is AA type of compounds. So first we saw that is diastereomers. So definition of diastereomer is the stereoisomers which are not mirror images of each other are called as diastereomers. Similarly, this is the definition for mesocompound. The molecule possesses plane of symmetry are called as mesocompounds, and mesocompounds are optically inactive. Enantiomers, the stereoisomers which are non-superimposable mirror images of each other, those stereoisomers are called as enantiomers. Now we will see the properties of these isomers, physical as well as chemical properties. The physical properties of enantiomers are identical except a sign of specific rotation. Enantiomers are the mirror images, so their physical properties are same, like boiling point, melting point, solubility, and their refractive indices as well as specific rotation also. The only change is sign of specific rotation. One compound shows a positive sign while second compound will show negative sign. The physical properties of diastereomers are different. As their structures are very different, so their physical properties as well as chemical properties are also different. Mesocompounds are optically inactive, while enantiomers are optically active. But we mixed equimolar compounds of 2 enantiomers, it is optically inactive. That mixture of 2 optically active isomers is optically inactive. Now we will see the physical properties of all isomers of tartaric acid and comparing the what is the difference and what are the similarities. Now these are the isomers: D-tartaric acid, L-tartaric acid, mesotartaric acid and racemic mixture. Racemic mixture means equimolar mixture of two enantiomers, that is DL pair. So if you see carefully, D and L tartaric acid, the physical properties like solubility in water, melting point, rate constant of the reactions and solubility are same, that is 10 raised to 4, 10 raised to 4, 10 raised to 7, sorry for here. So the melting points as well as solubility are same. But if you look at this mesotartaric acid, these properties will get changed. Similarly, racemic mixture, the property again same. And specific rotation here is 0, 0. It means that mesotartaric acid is optically inactive, while racemic mixture is a mixture of two optically active compounds, still that becomes optically inactive. Now what is racemic mixture? Racemic mixture, when equimolar mixture of D and L isomers, that is two enantiomers, are mixed together, the mixture is called as racemic mixture or racemic modification. It is denoted by the symbol plus and minus or DL before the name of compound. For example, DL tartaric acid. It means that is the racemic mixture of tartaric acid. Racemic mixture is optically inactive compound because the rotation by one molecule, one enantiomer of the isomer is exactly cancelled by the equal and opposite rotation caused by the second isomer. So rotation due to one isomer is cancelled by the rotation due to another isomer. Suppose the rotation is around 5 degrees. So it will show plus 5 and this will show minus 5. So total will be 0. So compensation, external compensation of this optical rotation. We will compare the properties of racemic mixture and mesoform. Racemic mixture is the mixture of two enantiomers in equal proportion, while mesoform, it is a single and pure compound. The optical rotation by one molecule is compensated by its enantiomer, that is called as external compensation. While in mesoform, optical rotation is due to one chiral center is compensated by the another chiral center, that is internal compensation, because the plane is passing through the compound that possesses plane of symmetry. So rotation due to one chiral center is exactly cancelled by the rotation due to another chiral center. Third point is that optical inactivity of racemic mixture is due to external compensation, while in mesoform that is internal compensation. External compensation means that is a mixture of two compounds, while mesoform that is internal compensation. Racemic mixture is a chiral because it is a mixture of two chiral compounds, while mesoform is achiral, that is a single molecule which is optically inactive, that is called as achiral molecule. The melting point of racemic mixture is higher than the pure isomer, while the melting point of mesoform is lower than the D or L isomer. So these are the properties and difference between racemic mixture and meso compounds. Now we will see a chiral centers, that is AB type, means two chiral centers contains a different atoms or group of atoms. This is the example. The name of this molecule is 2,3,4 trihydroxybutanol, that is aldotratose sugar. It contains two chiral centers. Carbon number 2 and carbon number 3 are the chiral centers. What is chiral center? The carbon to which 4 different atoms or groups have been attached. So these two carbons contains 4 different group of atoms and atoms. That's why these two carbons are called as chiral centers. According to Van 't Hoff's theory, if there are two chiral centers, what do you will expect? 4 stereoisomers. So out of 4, 2 will be D isomers, while 2 will be L isomers. So if you try to write down these 4 stereoisomers, they will look like this. First one is L-threose, D-threose, D-erythrose, L-erythrose. These plus minus signs are optical rotations, while this OH is towards the left hand side, that's why this is L sugar, while this OH is right hand side, that's why D sugar. So this is the relative configuration names. L sugar means this last chiral center OH is left hand side, D sugar means this last chiral center OH is on the right hand side. So similarly over here, right hand side D, while left hand side L. There is no relation between plus sign and L or DL. It may possible that D sugar may be negative or may be positive. Always remember. So these are the 4 stereoisomers of the aldotetrose sugar: L-threose, D-threose, D-erythrose and L-erythrose. Now we will see one by one the relation between compounds. Now we will see the compound relation between compound number 1 and compound number 2. Are they mirror images? Look at properly. This OH reflects as OH, H reflects as H, H reflects as H, OH reflects as OH. So these compounds are a mirror images of each other. Are they superimposable? If you try to put out this compound on the second compound or first compound on the second compound, they are not superimposable mirror images. If you rotate this molecule with 180, this CH2OH comes up, here up is CHO. So again after 180 degrees rotation also, that are not superimposable. It means that these are non-superimposable mirror images of each other. Those compounds are called as enantiomers of each other. So compound number 1 and compound number 2 are mirror images of each other. Now we will compare compound number 2 and compound number 3. Compound number 1 and compound number 2 are optically active compounds because those are enantiomers. Now we will compare compound number 2 and compound number 3. Look those molecules properly. Are those mirror images? No, those are not mirror images. Here is H is okay, but here is OH, here is H. So these are not mirror images of each other. So the stereoisomers which are not mirror images of each other, those stereoisomers are called as diastereomers. Correct. So compound number 2 and compound number 3 are the diastereomers of each other. So similarly, if you compare compound number 1 and compound number 3, they are also not mirror images of each other. So compound number 1 and compound number 3 are also diastereomers. Similar for compound number 1 and compound number 4, diastereomers. So in these 4 stereoisomers, there are 4 pairs of diastereomers: compound number 2 and compound number 3, compound number 1 and compound number 3, compound number 1 and compound number 4, while compound number 2 and compound number 4 are the diastereomers. Now we will see and compare what is the relation between compound number 3 and compound number 4. Are those mirror images? Yes, those compounds are mirror images of each other. CHO, CHO, OH reflects as OH, OH reflects as OH, CH2OH, CH2OH. So these 2 stereoisomers are mirror images of each other. Are those superimposable? If you try to put out and keep on this one, try to superimpose, those are not superimposable mirror images. So the stereoisomers which are not superimposable mirror images are called as enantiomers. If you try to rotate with 180s and try to superimpose, then also this this compound is not superimposable with this one. So the compounds which contains a AB type of chiral centers, those compounds, that compound shows 4 stereoisomers. This is the difference between AA type and AB type. AA type only 3 stereoisomers, while AB type there are 4 stereoisomers. So these 2 isomers are called as enantiomers of each other. So the compounds which contains AB type chiral centers, those compounds shows two pairs of enantiomers, and all four isomers are optically active compounds. So compound number 1 and compound number 2 are the enantiomers, compound number 3 and compound number 4 are enantiomers. Now we will see some definitions like diastereomers. So what is diastereomer? The stereoisomers which are not mirror images of each other are called as stereoisomer. Now we will see the properties of stereoisomers. Stereoisomers are the chemical properties of stereoisomers. Stereoisomers chemical properties are not similar, not identical, because stereoisomers, that diastereoisomers are different compounds, different arrangement of atoms or group of atoms within the molecule. So their physical properties as well as chemical properties are very different. Even physical properties, as mentioned, the physical properties like melting point, boiling point, solubility, refractive indices are different. Diastereomers can be separated from each other by fractional distillation, crystallization or chromatography. The physical properties as well as chemical properties are different, so we can separate it out very easily. While separation of enantiomers is very difficult because their boiling point and melting points are same. Their refractive indices as well as retention time, RF values are also same. So separation of enantiomers is difficult, but separation of diastereomers is quite easier because their physical properties like retention time, RF values, boiling points are different, so we can easily separate out by using the physical techniques like fractional distillation, chromatography as well as crystallization. Now we will see another terms. Those terms are erythro and threoisomer. First we will see the erythroisomer. In the Fischer projection formula, if two identical groups or atoms at the adjacent chiral center are on the same side, then isomer is called as erythroisomer. For example, see these two compounds, aldotetrates. So similar groups. So this is the Fischer projection formula. These are the horizontal line groups. This OH are similar. This HH are on the similar. So these are on the same side of the compounds. That is Fischer projection formula. That's why this type of compounds are called as erythro compounds. Here also this OH are on the same side of this main skeleton. In a Fischer projection formula, this HH are on the same side, that is right hand side. So these type of compounds are called as erythro compounds. These are the another examples here. HH on the same side, Cl are on the same side, so erythro compound. In this case, OH and pH are different, but HH, those are the similar groups, are on the same side. So this compound is also called as erythroisomer. In this case also BRB are on the same side, HH on the same side. So this type of compounds are called as erythroisomers or compounds. Now we see the threo. So in a Fischer projection formula, if two identical groups or atoms at adjacent chiral centers are on the opposite side, then the isomer is called as threoisomer. So these are the adjacent chiral centers. OH are on the opposite side of this main skeleton. This HH are on the opposite side. So this compound is called as threo compound. Similar case over here also, OH are on the opposite side, HH are on the opposite side. So this is the threoisomer. Cl are on the opposite side, threo. HH, those are the similar atoms, opposite side of the main skeleton, then these are called as threoisomer. Similar case over here, BRBR as well as HH are on the opposite side. Now we will see the absolute configuration for AA type of compounds. This is the example. The molecule name is 2,3-dichlorobutane. So there are 2 chiral centers. If you number the carbons, carbon number 1, 2, 3 and 4. So carbon number 2 and carbon number 3 are the chiral centers. Now you have to find out the absolute configuration for each chiral center. You have to find out the absolute configuration for each chiral center. So we are finding now absolute configuration for C2 carbon. So write like this in a Fischer projection formula. This is C2 carbon, CH3, and these are the group. I am writing like this: CH, Cl, Cl3. These are the atoms attached to this carbon. So CH, Cl, Cl3, H and Cl. Now try to give the priority to these atoms or group of atoms. So see carefully, this carbon directly attached to the carbon, this carbon directly attached to the hydrogen, carbon directly attached to the chlorine, carbon directly attached to the carbon. So whose atomic number is highest? Chlorine. Chlorine is 17, hydrogen 1, carbon 6. So chlorine will get the first priority. Now second priority, here the competition. This carbon attached to the carbon, carbon attached to the carbon. So both are same. Go for next 3 atoms. So this carbon, it attached to the next 3 hydrogens. So that will be H, H, H. While in case of here, this carbon is attached to the Cl, H as well as C. So compare first atom. First atom is H, first atom is Cl according to decreasing atomic number. So second priority is given to this group and third priority to the CH3. As usual, hydrogen will get the fourth priority. Then you have to write the priority order in this way. Priority order at C2, that is Cl is more than CH, Cl, Cl3 is more than CH3 is more than H. Now to find out the absolute configuration, you have to do the 2 interchanges, 2 exchanges. That is must. First interchange you have to make the fourth priority group at the bottom. So at the bottom there is the second group is there, second priority group is there. So you have to exchange between fourth priority group and second priority group. So you will get this compound. You have to keep the position of first and 3 as it is. Just exchange between 2 and 4. That is, the reason is what? You have to bring the fourth priority group at the bottom. So at the bottom there was a second priority group. So just exchange fourth and second. Now second interchange we have to do. Second interchange is to make second priority group on the top. So there is a third position on the top. So there is an exchange between only second position and third position. Remaining positions are same. You have to keep the same. So there is an exchange between priority second and third. So you will get this one. Now fourth priority group at the bottom. Now you have to see the first 3 priorities. Those are clockwise or anti-clockwise? Those are anti-clockwise. 1, 2 and 3, those are anti-clockwise. So the absolute configuration of this chiral center is S configuration. Similarly, you have to find out the absolute configuration for C3 also. So you have to write like this. This is the chiral center C3. So H on the left hand side while Cl on the right hand side. This is CH3 and this is the group. You have to write like this. Then try to give the priority order. As usual, Cl will get the first priority. CH-Cl3, what is that? This group. Here we saw this will get second priority. Then CH3 as a third and H fourth. Here also you have to do the 2 exchanges. First exchange, before that one you have to write this priority order at C3. Cl more than CH, Cl, Cl3 more than CH3 more than H. Then you have to do the 2 exchanges. First exchange is for to make a fourth priority group at the bottom. So the exchange between third and fourth, so you will get this compound. Again you have to do the second interchange to make second priority group at the top. But if you look carefully, second priority group is already on the top. So just exchange position of 1 and 3 priority groups. Exchange of 1 and 3 priority groups. So you will get this one. Now 4 priority group at the bottom. So see 1, 2 and 3 clockwise or anti-clockwise? That is clockwise. So the configuration of C3 is R. Now we will compare these compounds. So similarly you can find out the absolute configuration for all isomers of 2,3-dichlorobutane. So these are all the isomers. You can find out the absolute configuration for all centers. So this is the compound number 1. So this chiral center is S. This is S, R, R, S, R, R, S. We know that compound number 1 and compound number 2 are the non-superimposable mirror images. So these two are the enantiomers. So in enantiomers, their optical rotation is getting opposed, inverted. So S converted to the R, S converted to the R. So compound number 3 and compound number 4, those are also mirror images. So R, S, S, R. So likewise, but these are superimposable mirror images. If you rotate this compound with 180 to the left hand side and this is toward the right hand side, so you will get same compounds. If you give the numbering 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the relation between them is those are identical compound. Chiral center second is S, chiral center third is R. If you rotate this compound with 180 degrees, so whatever the S will go up, R will come down. So you will get this configuration. Here also same. So in the organic compounds which contains AA type of chiral centers containing 3 stereoisomers, compound number 1, compound number 3 and compound number likewise. So now we will see the absolute configuration for the compounds which contains AB type of chiral centers. So this is the example for AB type of chiral centers. The name of this compound is 2,3-dibromocinamic acid. So there are 2 chiral centers, that is carbon number 2 and carbon number 3. We will find out the absolute configuration for carbon number 2. So I am writing like this: carbon number 2, H on the left hand side, Br on the right hand side, COH, and this is the group. I am writing like this: CH, Br, PH for the easiness of writing. Now try to give the priority order. See the first atom directly attached to the chiral center: carbon, Br, carbon and H. So whose atomic number is higher? Br. So Br will get the first priority. Now the competition between this carbon and this carbon. Both carbons are same, then go for next 3 atoms. So this is COH. Already we saw in last PPT, the COOH means C double bond O OH. So you have to consider this double bond OH as a twice O and this is single bonded O. So there are oxygen, oxygen, oxygen. These are the next 3 atoms. Here is next 3 atoms are Br, carbon and hydrogen. Br, carbon and hydrogen. So oxygen and Br, whose atomic number is higher? Br. So second priority group at the bottom, while COH will get the third priority and hydrogen as usual fourth priority group. Then you have to write the priority order for C2. Likewise, Br is greater than CHBr, PH, then COH, then H. Then you have to do the 2 interchanges, 2 exchanges. First interchange is to make second priority group, fourth priority group at the bottom. So fourth priority group at the side, that's why you have to do the 2 interchanges to bring fourth priority group at the bottom. So at the bottom there is a second priority group, so you have to exchange between fourth and second. Then this is the compound. Then second interchange is to make the second priority group on the top. The top group is third priority group. So there is the exchange between priority group 2 and 3, remaining will be same. So exchange between 2 and 3. So this compound you will get after 2 exchanges. In this case, 4th priority group is at the bottom. Then you have to see the top 3, 1, 2 and 3. Clockwise or anti-clockwise? Anti-clockwise. So the center is said to be S. So that center is having a S configuration. Now we will see the absolute configuration at C3 chiral center. So you have to write like this in a Fisher projection formula. H left hand side, Br right hand side. This above group you have to write like this for the easiness: CH, Br, CO, OH and pH. Then you have to give the priority. See the first atom attached to this chiral center: Br, H, carbon and carbon. So Br atomic number is highest, so we will get first priority, and H lowest atomic number, so we will get fourth priority. Now the comparison between this group and this group. So first atom is carbon, first atom is carbon. Go for next 3 atoms. In pH, next 3 atoms are carbon, carbon and carbon. While in case of here, next 3 atoms are Br, carbon and H. Here is Br, carbon and H. Br has a higher atomic number, so it will get the second priority, while pH will get the third priority. Then you have to write the priority order for C3. Br is more than CH, Br, COH is more than pH is more than H. Then you have to do the 2 interchanges. So first interchange is to make fourth priority group at the bottom. First interchange is to make fourth priority group at the bottom. So at the bottom there is a third priority group. So there will be the exchange between third and fourth. Remaining priority groups like 1 and 2 remains as it is. So you will get this compound. Then you have to do the second exchange is to make second priority group on the top. But if you look at over here, second priority group is already on the top. But you have to do the second exchange. Then exchange the position of priority group 1 and priority third. So you will get like this. Now in this case, fourth priority group is already on the bottom. Look at top 3, 1, 2 and 3. Are they clockwise or anti-clockwise? They are clockwise. So the chiral center has S configuration. So C2 having S configuration while C3 having R configuration. Now we will see the all stereoisomers of 2,3-dibromocinnamic acid, that is AB type of compounds. So these are the 4 stereoisomers. Compound number 1, compound number 2 are the mirror images. Compound number 3 and compound number 4 are also mirror images. So compound number 1 and compound number 2 are non-superimposable mirror images. Those are the enantiomers. So in enantiomers, the absolute complexion will get inverted. So S becomes R, S becomes R. Here also same, S becomes R, R becomes S. Compound number 1 and compound number 3 are diastereomer. Compound number 2 and compound number 3 are diastereomers. Compound number 2 and compound number 4 are also diastereomers, as well as compound number 2 and compound number 3 are diastereomers. So there are 4 pairs of diastereomers. Similarly, there are 2 pairs of enantiomers. Compound number 1 and 2 are enantiomers. Compound number 3 and compound number 4 are enantiomers. So friends, thank you for the watching. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you once again.